Testing. Okay, should come on in a second. We'll get some echoing. Let me just get Telegram over here. Testing. Okay, yep. All right, there it is. Let me go and create my the normal tweet. Where can I? Oh, was it 2 weeks ago already? Come on. We're in here somewhere. Do I tweet more than I think I do? Okay. All right. Where's the live stream? Here we go. We'll add a friendly emoji. And it is live. Cool. All right. Let me close out of my other stuff. Cool. Oh yeah, 20 is already done, so I need to vote for 21. And we have 8 submissions this week. Awesome. As per usual, I'll give my overview of what what the Bytexplorers are and what the weekly quest is. So the Bytexplorers were a group of on-chain crypto data analysts. Which is funny because what was the tagline? On-chain analysts, on-chain rewards. I don't know. I haven't figured out the tagline. But we got more than 320 people now, I think, who kind of participate in data quests all across the ecosystem. That can be as simple as just submitting their weekly work. That can be answering questions on Farcaster. That could also be like doing missions, like optimism missions. That was one that was done here. And we got an open rank mission going on right now. If you're interested in graph data sets, you still have 1 day to submit your work. It's due on Sunday evening. And the weekly quest, essentially you submit your work and you are graded on 3 pillars. You're graded on novelty, completeness, and transparency, right? So novelty is kind of just like, this is like how good is your work, but in the sense of like actually being impactful, insightful, and easy to follow. I think I see a lot of work that is normally very like, tries to just cover every single part of a protocol, which can be a great dashboard still. But it's much better and easier to follow if you have like clear research questions and you're not just putting every single chart out there just because you can. Completeness, this one's more simple. It's you either got a simple query or a simple dashboard, or you got an in-depth query and an in-depth dashboard. Transparency, I'm a strong believer that just because you do a good dashboard does not mean your work is done. That's like the hardest 80% of the work, but the 80% of the value and impact you can get is from sharing your work and learning how to communicate it strongly, right? So you can have the best dashboard on Dune, but if you never tweet it, if you never share it in Discord, share it in forums, no one's ever gonna find it. Or the people who do find it are probably gonna keep it to themselves. So you get points for transparency, which is a clear methodology, being open source, sharing a thread, sharing a high quality thread or article or video. And then the final score is just the multiplication of the 3. So 4 times 4 times 4 gives us 64, which is going to be your, perfect score. And we mint you guild tokens, which are non-transferable 1155 NFTs. Based on which cutoff you got to. So with all that said, let me just make sure things are working. Is it working? Tokens, which are non-trans. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. Don't want to do a whole stream and not not have it record my voice. I just say ineligible to vote. Okay, there we go. So let's just start going through it. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. Let me actually make sure. Cool, yes. Let's go into it. So Marco is over here with a stablecoins on base overview. Let's take a quick look. I love to see that there are multiple threads, so I'll just pop those open. I wonder where they're from. July. Okay. Base stablecoin overview showcasing stablecoin supply metrics, supply share, supply change, stablecoin DEX usage. Nice. So we got, what is this, like 10 different stablecoins here. Something that's always fun to do is just fork the query and oh, actually, I guess you already had a chart for percentage, right? Did I miss it? Oh yeah, the percentage is here. So, oh yeah, there used to be a USD-BC, which I think they're trying to get rid of. A lot of the times, whenever you're checking a chain for like the USDC implementation, oftentimes they'll end up with multiple implementations. Like you'll have USDC, you'll have USDC.E, USDBC, and a lot of that is just because like technically one chain doesn't know what the token on the other chain is, and there's a lot of different bridge providers. So it does sometimes happen where different bridge providers might deploy a different version of a token, just because, like, you know, they want to compete to be the first to have the most bridge volume. But anyways, I know that they're trying to get rid of USDBC. Interesting, DAI used to exist. DAI is 0.1% now, but that's mostly due to the growth of USDC supply. And I am guessing something that you'll often see with USDC is that there are like your total supply of USDC on the chain should not be measured by the actual minted USDC on the chain. You should be measuring it by how much USDC is not sitting in the Circle wallet on a given chain. So I'm trying to see, where is he getting? Okay, so I think Marco here is getting all of the mints. I'm assuming most of this is going to be sitting in, it's going to be sitting in the Circle wallet, actually. So if I just take a look here at the stable list, all right, so easiest way to check this is actually not on Dune. So if I go to Etherscan, I'll go USDC, and you'll see I'm at the contract page now. I want to be at the token page, so I have to click the token tracker page. If I go to holders, got a bunch of holders with 101 million. I'm guessing these are all Circle. Yeah, this is contract, this is Coinbase. So I would assume that these first, what is it, 20 times 100 million. Oh no, my math is not working. That's what, divide by 189, that's 2 billion. Thank you, Google. So 2 billion of this USD supply, I would technically count as held by Circle. So technically, I don't think that should be counted as supply. it's kind of a nitpick. This is something that if I go to like the Solana key metrics one that Tom Wan over at 21Co put together, they also have a stablecoin measure here somewhere. Yeah, they have one here. But this one, I'm pretty sure. Wait, does he also not? Oh, it's in a map view, and I can't find the map view. But anyways, I typically do not include the Circle wallets. Is my TLDR. Or at least if you do include it, you should probably make a note about it, because yeah, that can be confusing. Because they could just always mint more USDC. So, stablecoin overview, change 7-day, 30-day, 90-day. Cool. Could be worth like hyperlinking the symbol just so it's easier to click to the Explorer. So this is specifically supply chain, right? So this isn't transfers. Okay, so this is supply chain. This is transfers. You could use better axes here. Trade volume over total supply. Okay, so this is specifically DEX trades, I'm assuming. Oh, these are both ratios. Okay. Transfer value, trade value. I mean, I guess it's expected that they have the same ratio. USDC is a 4.65 here, 1.0 here. Okay. Transfer volume, DEX volume, volume, stable, volume, stable, involved. For people who don't know what that means, that probably means it's like, are you swapping a stablecoin to stablecoin? Are you swapping stablecoin to something else? Or are you swapping no stablecoins? But if you're swapping no stablecoins, why is it in stablecoin DEX volume? I think you could do well adding some text boxes here, just kind of making it easier for people to understand the takeaways and like what these legends mean. Because I think it's like, I look at this and I'm like, okay, like ratios are interesting, but like, how do I interpret them? Like something that I did in my ERC20 overview metrics, not to toot my own horn, is like every time I have a chart, I explain exactly how to interpret it. And so, for example, here when I have like Gini coefficient and Palmer ratio, it's like the Gini ratio is like 0.832 for this token. And I'm like, hey, the US is like a 0.43, you know, just to kind of level set some of that. Obviously, that's not apples to apples, or that's apples to pears, oranges. There's a Palmer ratio here as well. But yeah, I think you could do well with some of these explainers because, again, I think it's very interesting. I think that you definitely had clear questions in mind. It's just not clear what the answers are. So let's see your thread. Interesting to take a role of stablecoins in trading below one side. Got it. I actually like that chart better than this one. So I might have put the percentage one in here instead. What else do we have? Turnover ratios. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll give you some likes. Can't join, we'll rewatch. Thank you, Yodam. Appreciate you. Cool. So I would say novelty, I think it's almost a 4. All right, I think it's I think it could be easier to follow. Transparency, you did a thread, so that's a 3. I think the threads could also go deeper. Here's a fun dashboard on stablecoins. I think it could have more text boxes to explain some caveats and takeaways here. Stuff like USDC, USDT usually having wallets that hold idle supply, or better explaining what the significance of turnover ratios are in dash or in thread, in a longer thread. And for making stuff like the stable set of dex roots more intuitive for those who might not immediately know what it is. All right. Obviously, Marco's been around for a while, so I am harsher on his voting. That's what, 9 times 4, that's 36, right? I think, yeah. Do. All right, who do we have next? Mellow Finance LRT dashboard to track TVL of Mellow Finance liquid restaking projects. Mellow allows, okay, so there's different vaults and strategies with different collaterals. Okay. By whole and by curator. Okay, cool. Let's see what you got. Let's close out some of these. All right. I love that there's a good explanation here. Liquid restaking protocols, restake, ETH on eigenlayer, symbiotic, different LRT vaults. I'm guessing vaults are, what is a vault? Hold on, I'm left curving here right now. Oh. Solve the issue of locking ETH and staking. Customizable risk profiles. Got it. Okay, makes sense. So instead of the liquid, the vault part is for choosing operators. Kind of like how LSTs are for choosing validators. So this is a pie chart of the different collaterals, right? Yes. No, that can't be right. Oh no, this is a pie chart of the different vaults, duh. There's SUSD. Okay, so that's this one. ENA's in here. Interesting. Okay. 700 TVL. Might be nice to show the TVL here. I'm guessing this is a static list. Yeah, okay, it's a static list. I would join on this just so I can see up here the actual TVL amounts. You're also better off formatting your chart here. So something people usually don't do is like amount cumulative USD. Instead, like you can rename it. So you can just call it USD and you can do this. And so now it becomes a lot easier to read the values. Again, small things makes differences. Oh no, I closed it. TVL by vault, total WETH. So this is like by the different, okay. I might have chosen to put these all in a row up front because I see it like this and I think that these must be related to this, but they're not. So if I was to reorder this, I would just move these up here. I do like this. Mellow users, yep. Daily deposits and withdrawals. You separated them, okay. There should be a way you can do these on the same chart. Oh, you can't because you want to group by. Yeah, that might be technically hard with SQL. Let's see, how are you doing it? Yeah, okay, you have deposits and withdrawals separately. I would probably find it useful if you did like a net flow by curator. Oh, that's almost more interesting to me than just like if I'm looking at like this, like I can't tell like did Restith have just like a really good week here, or do I have to go here and check like what does it net out to? Because it could net out to like a small gain, but looks like a lot here. So I would say that a net chart, a net flow difference chart could be very useful here. And then by different vaults. Great. Theta vaults. Damn. You went in on this. Amazing. This is really good. Besides my few kind of nitpicks, I think this is really, really good. And you should definitely... Great example of... also, Dune has verified editor's picks now. And so if you ever wonder how I'm doing this, I just verified into here. And then he should get an editor's pick badge. There you go. Congrats, Cody. So let's talk about this. Novelty, I think it's 4. It's super easy for me to follow. I barely had to think. Completeness, I would give this a 5 if I could. Transparency, clear methodology, open source, no thread. This is a really, really good dashboard. A few nits. The counters should really be placed all in a row up top and not on the side of the TVL time series charts. The TVL should be joined into the list at the top. The list of joined as a column to the list query at the top of the dash of all the vaults. Net flow by vault chart is likely more legible and useful than separate deposit or withdrawal flow charts. Please make a thread about this. We'll get you up to a full score when you resubmit. Oh, I forgot to mention, all of this can always be resubmitted. But yeah, amazing work. 32. Right? 16 times 2? Yeah. Okay, that's a very strong start. This ETL pipeline, RPC endpoint, I think I've seen this already. I think you sent me this in a message. No thanks. Data source, data extraction, data warehouse, data visualization. So I think this is just an article, right? Yeah. Okay, sorry, I went through that way too quick. So I think this guy was asking about how to do data engineering in crypto, and was starting to put together a way of kind of tying together the RPC, the extraction, the warehouse, the visualization. I think unfortunately have to give you a 1 for now because no tangible work was included here. However, I'm excited to see you build out an example pipeline and share your learnings with code snippets. We kind of already talked about this in Telegram, but data engineering, you really have to learn how to use, if you're in TypeScript, like go use VM or ethers. If you're in Python, you have to use web3.py. Try and learn to decode Uniswap v2, the factory and the swaps. That's probably your first test for like if you kind of know your data engineering chops or not. But I'm excited to see you learn more. Helium mobile user analysis. Let me just make sure we're not getting any chats. Am I the only one here yet? Yes, I think we've seen 14 different people kind of come through. So, but yeah, Helium mobile user analysis. So Helium mobile is a DPIN kind of like T-Mobile essentially. I honestly do not know the protocol as well as I should, but they do have some great Dune dashboards. If you ever go to Doom and you go to like the Helium Foundation, there's a lot of stuff here looking at like data credits that people are earning and burning. So this is studying the loyalty of prepaid subscribers. The dashboard displays total signups because it's not possible to distinguish between active and canceled subscriptions. Okay. So we can see the subscribers. I don't know if we can see their consumption. Man, I should really take a deeper look into Helium. They're really interesting. Monthly trend of subscribers. Shows impressive loyalty. Maintaining their plans for over a month. So how can you see maintaining when you can't see canceled? These are the payments. Subscription duration. Let's see. We're looking at transfers. So you're saying here, you're checking activity month, transfer data. So I'm guessing what you're doing here is if they're subscribed on a given month, then they have a transfer of the NFT. So you can check the number of months where they had a subscription NFT, and that is how active they are. But I don't know if you can see how much they've consumed. Because in that case, it would be useful to see like inside of subscribers, like new versus returning. I think that's something I'm missing here instead of just the number of subscribers. Data credit distribution. Yeah, okay. I think I saw that in the other dashboard. Okay, here we go. Cohort retention. This should go much higher up in the dashboard. 1 month, 2 months, 6 months. So, and I would order this by most recent first, just so it's easier for me to read. So they had a lot of growth in March. Their retention didn't really suffer. That's pretty cool. In fact, it actually went up. It went from 36% to 48%. So if you don't know much about retention curves, retention cohort curves. Typically, you want to see a smiling curve, which is like someone like you maybe have a drop in retention, but then those people eventually come back. A lot of products have like a declining curve where just eventually no one is retained. And then like if you find like product market fit, then you usually have like a flattening curve where like there is some level of like users over time where like 20% of them will always stay after like no matter how many months pass, right? So the fact that I'm seeing a tick up here is actually quite insane. I'm trying to see. These numbers are fluctuating a lot. It's not normal to see retention fluctuate from like 15% to 33% back down to 20%. So something, my data QA bug is coming in and saying something feels weird there. Big shout to Syndicate. Okay, cool. But overall, greatly formatted dashboard. Please tell me you tweeted. Oh, yes, you tweeted. Nice, nice. Hit a mobile, 32%. And this is a great thread. All right. So I would say novelty. I'll give you a 4. I think it was good. It was easy to follow. It was complete. I think you could have gone deeper into some of the data connections. Oh, did you? I sometimes miss tabs. No, I did not miss the tab. What is this? Try quest earn sold. What is this? I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. Yeah, completeness 4, transparency 4. All right, we have our first perfect score. Really great dashboard. Only a few suggestions. It would be great to separate out subscribers by new versus returning each month in charts. It would be nice to get clarity on if you can segment users by their DC spend, or if DC spend is not tied to user NFTs IDs on chain. It is really odd to see retention rate for a given cohort fluctuate more than 5 to 10% a month. It signals to me there is either some sort of rewards program at play or data issue. Would be interesting to look into this. Cool. Let me throw that in there. And that is our first 64 of the week. Oh, he actually referenced the Dune dashboard here. Oh, cool. Next, how a gas subsidy campaign would look for layer 2 users on Uniswap. Wild too. Let me just check that I haven't seen this already. Because I'm pretty sure Wildcat submitted one. No, okay, that was different. I believe this was part of... Wait, no, this feels way too familiar. No. Oh no, no data display. Wild Tales. Is this guy Wildcat? Where are you? You've submitted before. You are Wildcat. Okay, all right. I was gonna say, I was like, I swear I've seen this. Um, I believe you're taking what you've done here already. Here, let's see. Do you link to the... Oh yeah, your name says right here, impact of Wildcat. Oh no, these are separate dashboards. Okay. So let's see. So I think, oh, one second. I need to turn on my AC. It's hot. Okay. So I believe Uniswap Analytics did a competition on gas subsidies or how gas affects user behavior. And I believe what Mr. Wildcat did here was study subsidized transactions to see if they swapped more. That's my guess. Okay, let's see. Daily volume of Uniswap on layer 2 ecosystems. All right. Key observations. The daily average volume across these chains is approximately 500 million. Arbitrum outpaces them. The most number of users come from base. Blobs was activated, yep, and that dropped down gas spend. Right, yeah, basically everything is linear now. The only reason why base is going up more is because they keep raising their gas limit. We'll also see how the transaction cost decrease has occurred in optimism. Okay, that's a lot of background. As mentioned in the beginning, we want to understand how gas subsidies could optimize user engagement and improve liquidity provision. Yes, this is his old dashboard. Data begins on April 29th, the start of Rabbi's campaign. So blobs have not been existed yet. The particular of the subsidy that Rabbi provides is that it's given when a user using its wallet doesn't have enough native currency to pay for the fees. Okay. All these it's expected they're not bots. Volume generated. Okay. Most of the volume generated by oh, did someone chat something? Not my first guy. Oh, Obafemi, that was you? That was an amazing dashboard. Good stuff, Obafemi. Keep it up. Most of the subsidized users, okay. What is this? The cost of subsidizing a user varies by chain. 4 chains costing less than 10 cents. Okay, so this is the cost of subsidies, but for the user, the cost is just going to be 0, right? Subsidized with a fraction of what was spent on Binance. Arbitrum generated 1 million. Okay, so you're saying here that Arbitrum had a lot more volume than Binance with a lower subsidy. Is that what you're saying? Swap volume. Well, no, I can see Binance had a higher swap volume. Oh, no, you're not saying generated more. You're just saying it generated. Okay. I don't see the 1 million. Yeah, I don't see the 1 million. I think some of these charts are a little confusing. to read. Okay, yeah, great methodology, amazing. Okay, all right. So, how do I want to think about this? I think if I was reading this here, this is more intuitive. Oh, you have this here, but you didn't put this chart in here for some reason. Okay, all right, I get it. I understand. All right, novelty, 4. The dashboard is very easy to follow. Completeness, it's very in-depth. Transparency, I would give it a 5 if I could. Very good article. It's interesting to study the different user behaviors and costs across chains. I think some of the charts are a little hard to read in the article, but easy to read in the dashboard. You may have also put the wrong chain volume chart near the end. I think you put pool volume instead when mentioning Arbitrum had 1 million in volume generated. Good stuff, good stuff. We love to see it. 64. All right. How many do I have left? I feel like we're almost through, no? 3 more, okay. Oh, you forked my dashboard, nice. So I have an ERC EIP dashboard. That is apparently crashing, oh no. Well, I'll deal with that later, but essentially lets you see deployments of different standards on different chains. And you've created... What is this? ERC20 contracts deployed. So I guess when I click on this... Okay, alright. I mean, it looks pretty. I click on this and I can see the ERC20 contracts deployed on base over time. So this is just base, and this is like spikes. Like, why is this empty here? I'm sure this is a great chart. I don't know how to read this. Is it a heat map? Is it topography? I'm guessing, like, what's level 1 is this? But what does that mean? Because I'm sorry, I don't know how to read this. I need to resubmit this. Okay. I think novelty, I can give it a 1, I think. Novelty 1. Completeness. It's just one query, and it's technically off of my query, so I'm gonna give you a 1 on it. Simple? Yeah, I'll say well, the chart doesn't look simple, but I don't understand it. Transparency, you get a 2 for being on open source. I'm sorry, but I tried and I don't understand at all how to interpret this chart. Please add more explanations next time on how you use this chart and what your takeaways are. You get a 2. All right. Ethereum transaction types. All right, Jackie, what do you got? Okay, you did post Twitter. This is from April. Wow. Okay. Oops. Got a ton of replies. Today I learned there's a ETH transaction type 2 which enables access list. She's doing some ZK data, just zero knowledge proof data. 0 legacy access list dynamic blob. So which one did she learn about? Transaction type 2 is access list. Oh, well, this one here, yeah. Gas cost. Oh, very interesting. So the gas cost, number of access list addresses times address cost. Huh. I never knew about this. That's a great explanation. So it makes up 0.6%. How many of... I'm looking for this. It's going up. So these are all ZK types? Very interesting. Oh, see the latest post. Did she revert back? All right, well, oh, 4-4. I think you put 4-4 here. This is August 4th. That was 2 weeks ago. Novelty, 4. Completeness, 4. Transparency, 4. I had no idea this existed. This was an amazing breakdown of this complicated concept. Super easy for me to understand and follow. It would be great to add a chart or two showcasing which contracts are contributing the most to this access list gas growth. Jackie with some stellar work as per usual. It's not just favoritism because she's on the same Dune team as me. All right, 64. Good stuff. Very good stuff. All right, last one. We got Ludic, or Tracy over here. Gas fee overview on base, L2 fee surge. 4% of transactions willing to pay more than $1. A lot of transactions. Interesting. I think I know what this is. So we got active users and transactions. New users, active users. Which one's new? Oh, okay, new users, active users, transactions. Yep, makes sense. That all flow. New versus old, yep. Percentage. New versus old, yep. That matches what I've seen. Transaction fee, L1 fee, L2 fee. L1 fee went down, but L2 fee went up. This is not fee per transaction. This is how much in fees they are making on base, I think. That might be worth putting in a description. Medium gas. Yeah, this is medium gas. Medium. Why are these two having relatively the same numbers? Medium gas price. Oh, medium gas price. I see. I think these two are redundant. What's the difference here? Transactions, median gas price. I see, and it's probably you can't put them on the same. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. You should label your axes here so they're easier to read. Cumulative profit, yep. Users and profit. Again, add labels and axes. Profit surged in March. So literally when blobs came in, they just raked in L2 fees, which means if L1 fees were still a thing here, that'd be insane amount of money they would have made. A lot of transactions paid greater than 1,000. 1,000 in what? In a weekly fee and one fee? Sum of fees by cohort. Ooh, I like this. I like this. 314 to 412. I'm guessing that's a dates, right? Because you said compare. I created the table to compare gas fees and transactions during period 1 and period 2. So this is a 30-day period during the spike versus the 30-day period now. It might be worth having a difference. What is this 25%? Oh, this is the percentage of the cohort. Okay, it's not the percentage growth. Interesting. This is much lower, and that difference is, it might be worth having a difference, yeah, because I can't tell where the difference is coming from. I guess it's coming from these middle cohorts. Which is interesting because the number of transactions have gone up, but the fees have gone down. So where's the takeaway? Okay. Due to DEX trading. Okay, here we go. So we have March trading volume, Uniswap trading volume, percentile trading volume by cohort. Because the transaction volume is still staying the same. So I'm still looking for what caused the spike. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. I have my thoughts. I think novelty, I have to give this a 3. I think there's a ton of great stuff here. If definitely asking clear questions, but I'm missing some follow through. I'm missing like what is my main, like why is there such a big cohort difference? I think there are a lot of charts, and I think you're kind of hinting at it's related to meme coins and DEX volumes, and I might have actually missed it while skimming through there because there were too many charts. Completeness, that's a 4. Transparency, it's only a 2 because I need you to write a thread or an article. Which, did you link one? Not yet, right? Yeah, I think you're still working on it. Wow, these are insanely cool charts. However, it seems to me you are trying to answer the question, why did the March cohort spend so much more on fees than we see recently, even though transactions users count are still going up the last 30 days. I think you mean to attribute it to meme coins, DEX volumes, but I kind of lost the thread narrative after the or it seems to tie back to clean. Looking forward to you cleaning up the dashboard and sharing a thread or article. All right. Bada boom, bada bing. That is 12 times 2, that's 24. Great, I look forward to the resubmissions. And yes, everyone, please remember, you can resubmit your work. So that is all 8 submissions we've gone through. Hopefully you have learned something. These weekly quests, or these quests are open bi-weekly. You can always find them on the Bytexplorers page here. The next one is going to be due for submissions tomorrow, so Sunday, midnight EST. We also have some open rank missions that are due Sunday, midnight EST. Yeah, I mean, that's everything. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you learned something. Keep contributing your work, resubmit your work, learn from other people's work. And yeah, we're slowly improving as a community. So keep it up.